This is Body and Mind, and I am Nirvana Lange. And my guest today is Terry Greig, and she's going to be talking about Body Talk, whole healthcare design by your body. Good morning, Terry. How are you doing?
Hi. Well, thank you. Thank you for inviting me here today.
You're welcome. Now, Terry, you are let me say this, you were or are one of our speakers from the Body and Mind Health and Wellness Talk Festival that was going to be held on in May, when, of course, now because of the lockdown, we are postponing it to later this year, and really looking forward to having everybody together and connecting and forgetting about this physical distancing that is currently our reality. So, looking at who Terry Greig is, can you give me a little bit of your journey and where did it start and why Body Talk?
Sure. So, yes, I'm Terry. I live in Cape Town in Kenilworth, and I've been working with the Body Talk system for about 15 years now. It's my greatest love and passion, and it all started for me. Actually, as a client, I was struggling with holding things together in my life. And I'd been exploring different ways of supporting myself when someone recommended that I go and have a Body Talk session. And the thing that really drew me to going there was the way that Body Talk works is that we don't need to know what is going on because we actually ask the wisdom of the body what is going on. And so it wasn't about me having to think out what was actually happening. I was just experiencing the symptoms of being in overwhelm and struggling on a couple of levels. So off I went to have a session, and wow, it was just so significant for me, and I really benefited so hugely from it, and there was so much healing that happened. So it really caught my attention. I was also at a personal crossroads about my career, and I was so excited actually with the way that it had impacted my life. I was like, okay, I'm going to go and find out all about this. This is so exciting. And so I dived into all the training, and here I am 15 years later, loving it.
Great. Now, Terry, Body Talk, they say, who better to ask than our innate wisdom on how to heal the body, find our courage, release our fears, heal our hurts, disentangle our limiting belief systems that hold us back, and create flexibility with the flow of life. That is quite beautiful. So tell me, how does that happen? What is Body Talk, and how do you tap into the body's innate wisdom?
Okay, so the first thing Body Talk is recognizing is that everything is connected and that everything is affecting everything. So when we do a session, we're actually looking at the whole picture of ourselves, and we are affecting the physical body, the mental body, emotional body, spiritual body, and the relationships that we have to our environment. So all these factors that determine how we experience life are being supported when we do a session. So the way in which it works is that we use a muscle testing, which is a biofeedback principle, and we are able to, with the biofeedback, ask of the unconscious innate wisdom of the client what it is that we need to support in communication for that day, for that session. And it's all about focusing on restoring communication in the body and disentangling the stresses that are going on. So it's a very gentle, non-invasive process. We also do some tapping, which is just gentle tapping on top of the head, over the heart and the gut to activate changes in the body. But what we're supporting is the self-healing process to work well for us.
Okay, and now obviously with the lockdown, we know that it's not possible for us to have clients to deal with different therapies and different modalities, alternative, which I think is crucial at this time. But you are able to do that without having the physical body in front of you, and doing that remotely or doing it with devices or platforms like Zoom or Skype. Do you explain how you do that, and how do you still tap into the body without it being physically there?
Sure, yeah. Okay, so BodyTalk is a system that is is working with energy, and so we are effecting changes in the energy field. And the whole reason that BodyTalk works is because it's based on the understanding of quantum physics at that cellular level of energy, where time and space don't really exist. And so what happens is we're able to work at distance. Yeah, so if I'm working with somebody, let's say we were doing a session together now, across Zoom, I use myself as the biofeedback. I'm the surrogate for that muscle testing. I'm able to tune into your field of information and ask the questions as I would do if you were in person with me, because we're asking of your unconscious wisdom. It's not an intellectual process where we're going through the mind. And then I gather the information as I would do as if you were in my room. And then with the tapping process, I tap as well, but I ask the client to tap themselves too. So we do it together. And that allows for us to have an effective connected session as if you were still here in my room.
Absolutely, and I think a lot of people don't understand that because we are energy, it's not really about what is happening right here in the physical body, and that wisdom that we are talking about is really something that is everywhere. It's not just contained within the body here, and so you can be stepping in with the permission, because you first check if the permission is given by the body. Correct? Can I step in to this person's field? Exactly. And then people would be amazed by what comes up by just the first or second feedback that you give them, and they'll go, okay, yeah, this is actually real. How could she know that? And that is really the magic about the body and about our energy field, which cannot be contained.
Absolutely. It is like magic. It's a wonderful thing. The thing that I most love about it, about the whole system, but also being able to work like this, is that I have a very strong intellect, and working in this intuitive way with BodyTalk keeps my intellect in check. And it's a wonderful thing to bring that balance of the intuitive and intellectual mind together, because, you were talking about being in lockdown. We really are with ourselves a lot right now. And certainly our default patterns of behavior will be showing up quite intensely, probably, for everybody. And overthinking is definitely a default patterning that we all are very susceptible to. So any opportunity to move away from thinking too much, I'm there.
And it's also, coming to the end of our time, but it's also where we are so cooped up with people. A lot of stuff is going to come up. Irritabilities, because really everything that's coming up is about ourselves. It's not really about the other person. So when we are really now in this cooped up space with that mirror, I'm lucky. My cats are my mirror. But there is a lot of stuff that will be mirrored back to us, and this is a great opportunity. We have the time to contact somebody like yourself and saying, like, I really want to deal with this stuff. I'm tired of it. It's really now amplified during this time. So how can people get hold of you to either do online sessions or after the lockdown to come and see you in Cape Town? But right now, time and space is not an issue.
Okay. So you can go to the South African Body Talk Association webpage. It's bodytalksystem.com. bodytalksystem.coza. And just search practitioners, look for me, Terry Greig, and my contact details are there.
Great. Thank you very much, Terry. And you can also go to the Body and Mind website, which is bodyandmind.coza, or you can download the Body and Mind Health and Wellness Directory app, and you can search for Terry or Body Talk in the app and find the practitioners, or you can find her to do an online session with you. Please do look at the links below and share this to people that you think can gain benefit from this. Thank you very much for your time and for sharing your beautiful work. And we look forward to seeing you at the Body and Mind Health and Wellness Talk Festival later this year.
Thank you, Nirvana. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I look forward to connecting with everybody. Thank you.
Great. You have a lovely morning. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.